We are officially back on Nintendo Direct Rubber Watch, this time coming from a latest podcast from Nate the Hate, who has been one of the more reliable people with information on Nintendo Directs in the past. So it's interesting to hear what he has to say. And this time, Nate is saying that we should be on the lookout for a possible Nintendo Direct late in July after Donkey Kong Bonanza is released. And I checked out the episode and heard what Nate had to say, and I think I generally agree with his points. And yeah, I do think that a Nintendo Direct in late July does make a lot of sense for Nintendo. They still have a lot of games for this year that don't have actual release dates, like Metroid Prime 4, which is going to be probably one of their bigger games of the year for Nintendo Switch 2. We're getting into July, late July. That's kind of unusual to not necessarily have a date for that. And Nate also makes another good point that, there's not a ton of Switch 2 games currently on the books beyond this kind of wave of launch titles that we've had. So it does make sense to get a lot more of those games out there. I'm personally still waiting for the games from Microsoft, the Xbox games that Phil Spencer has teased that are coming that we just haven't heard about. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of good reasoning behind the thinking that a Nintendo Direct might be on the way relatively soon. Having a Nintendo Direct in July also gives Nintendo an opportunity to do something bigger, more of a blowout on the holiday games that are still coming this year, and maybe a sneak peek at some games that are coming early in 2026. So I always try and take these reports with a grain of salt. You never know exactly where this information is coming from or how it's being passed along any sort of a chain. There's no way to verify, but just kind of looking at it big picture, yeah, I can get on board with what Nate is putting out here.